Hi, and thanks for joining me. You're here because you want to know what Sys.argv is. Well, Sys.argv is command line argument. So I'll just quickly show you what it's not. Normally we prompt the user with code like this, and then we'd print it to the screen using a print statement, and in this case an F string. So let's quickly run this to show you what I'm talking about. So enter name, Paul. Where are you from? Ireland. Favorite colour is blue. So it prints the screen, hi Paul, blue is my favourite colour too, I'd love to visit Ireland someday. Now if you run this program many times, it might get quite frustrating getting prompted and answering the questions. So what if there was an easier way to do it? Well, it turns out there is, and that is Sys.argv. So I deleted our last piece of code and I imported the Sys module. Sys module is where Sys.argv is contained. So instead of prompting the user, I'm using Sys.argv1 for name, Sys.argv2 for country, and Sys.argv3 for the colour. So if I was to run the program now by typing Python sys1.py, name of the program. Now for my name I'm going to say Paul, for my country Ireland, and for my favourite colour is blue. So now it does the same thing, it prints it out here, hi Paul, blue is my favourite colour too, I'd love to visit Ireland someday. So I know the next question now is going to be, what's all this about? Well, if we see what type Sys.argv is, we see that it's a list. Now to access elements in a list, we use the slice method. So 1 is the second item in the list, because in Python and most computer languages, lists start at 0. So if I was to run this program, Python sys1.py, which is the name of our program, and our first argument is Paul, and our second argument is Ireland. So if I was to run that program like I stated, with a new print statement, so Python sys1 Paul Ireland, now we'll see, hi Paul, I hope the weather is nice in Ireland. So in essence we're just printing a list. So our 0 element is sys1.py, which is the name of the program, first element is Paul, and the second element is Ireland, our country. The downside is you have to know what the system wants. So I have to know that it wants my name, my country, and my favourite colour. So as I said, if you're testing code or if you're doing some particular type of programs, then the user is going to know what they need to type. It just saves time. Sys.argv can be used within your program like any other piece of code. So here in this little program, we're importing sys again, and we're using it in conjunction with an if statement. So if the length of Sys.argv is not equal to 2, so if the program doesn't contain at least 2 arguments, which is the 0 argument, the name of the program, and the first argument, which is the name Paul. Then if that is not the case, it's going to print a missing command line argument, and the system is going to exit. So if it does contain 2 arguments, the name of the program and the name, then it's going to go to the else statement, and Sys.argv1, which is the name Paul, is going to be assigned to the name variable, and that is going to be printed to our screen with a welcome message using F string. So let's run the program. So that runs correctly, so it says welcome Paul. If we do that again and we forget our name, then it says missing command line argument and the program ends. So don't mix up the 0 and the 1 here with 2. So this is counting 1, 2, but in the list there's 0 and 1. I know it's very confusing. Just the point I'm trying to make here is that Sys.argv can be used within your program, just like sys.exit or the if statement or any other piece of code. So I hope you found this video useful, and I hope to see you in another one in the near future.